Okay, before I go into your rights as a victim, is there any questions so far? Any questions? Okay, right. Your rights as a victim. When you have been affected for bullying, when I explained about signs of bullying, once you determine, okay, these are the signs of bullying and I am being bullied by this particular person, this particular individual or group of people, what can I do? Number one, it can be divided into two. One is official and legal action, another one physical and psychological. Okay, let's talk about physical and psychological because this is more to a better, a calm settlement area where number one, what can you do? You can actually talk to the person being affected. You call them one-to-one, you make a discussion, you tell them, you confront them. Why are you doing this to me? Do I do anything wrong? Or do you want me to leave? Just tell me rather than putting the pressure on me and I'm being hurt mentally. I could not have a peaceful sleep. I could not perform well. I could not do my work well. That's one. If you could not get a proper response on that first solution, then you might need to get a counseling. Go for counseling, then get a solution. How do you go about it? Whether you need to resign or you need to talk to the management. If you want to look at the official and legal action, what are the legal action you can take? It can be civil and criminal. Okay, let's talk about civil. Like what I said, when we are talking about bullying, the next course of action or the solution for it is termination or resignation. Okay, when you talk about termination, resignation, it does not fall under civil court like what you all have seen in Malaysia, like Kuala Lumpur High Court, Melaka High Court. It's not like that. In respect of the employment issue, we have special court in Malaysia which is called industrial court. That is for to determine the presidents will be sitting on the bench just to determine an employment issues. Okay, so when you're talking about dismissal, there's two dismissal. One is constructive dismissal, another one is unfair dismissal. When we are talking about workplace bully, we are talking about constructive dismissal and it's not unfair dismissal. Okay, generally speaking, let me just touch a little bit on unfair dismissal. What is unfair dismissal? Unfair dismissal means the employer itself terminates you unlawfully because, for an example, when you join the company, you will be signing a contract, an employment, an offer letter, correct? In the offer letter, if the employer want to terminate you, they need to give certain notice. For example, 3 months notice. So, unfair dismissal will fall under that category where they might terminate you within 24 hours. Then you can sue them or file a claim against them to take the damages for the period of notice. That's called unfair dismissal. But our discussion today is in respect of the workplace bullying will fall under constructive dismissal. That means the employer's conduct will cause the employee to resign. Like what I was sharing just now, for example, one of my clients have informed the employer that she can't work under the aircon. So the employer agreed and put her in an isolated workstation to work. But along the way, when the employer wants her to resign, they purposely put her under the aircon. So she resigned and she filed a claim against the employer under constructive dismissal because the employer conduct itself caused her to resign. That falls under bullying. So even putting her workstation under the aircon falls under bullying because she has informed them, I could not sit under the aircon, but still they took it as one of the advantage to put it under the aircon so that she can resign her job. Any question? Any questions? Okay. How do, let's say, you have clearly confirmed that you have been bullied. You are one of the victim in bullying. So what can you do? Number one, you have to make a complaint to Jabatan Perhubungan Perusahaan Malaysia. For example, if your company or your working place in Selangor, then you have to approach Jabatan Perhubungan Perusahaan at Shah Alam. So you have to make a written complaint to them explaining the facts of the case, what actually transpired, what are the bullying facts, and what has caused you to resign or not to resign. You still can make a complaint without resigning. That's not the issue at all, okay? The moment you determine that you are being bullied, you can make a complaint, right? Then, the Jabatan Perhubungan Perusahaan will refer your complaint to the Human Resource, Ministry of Human Resource. But before that, what the Jabatan Perhubungan Perusahaan will do? They will call you, they will call your management to have a discussion to get their view on this. You have put in your written complaint, but they have not heard from the employer. So they will call for a discussion to see whether they can settle your complaint or not. If they could not settle, but your claim has a merit, then they will forward your complaint to the Human Resource Ministry to determine whether there's a merit in your claim or not. Once Ministry of Human Resource confirmed there's a merit in your claim, they will forward your complaint to industrial court. Like what I said just now, your cases, your claims will be heard, will be tried in Industrial Court of Malaysia, and in Industrial Court there will be a precedent. So what will happen in Industrial Court? Industrial Court will send the complainant, which is the victim of the bullying, a letter to say that your case has been registered with a case number, and a mention date will be given. What is a mention date? Mention date will be the first date for you to appear in the court. On the first date, you can appear in the court before the president on yourself, or you may appoint your lawyer or your solicitor. If you have appointed your lawyer, then you no need to go to the court. Your lawyer will take charge. Your management will come. Your management will come. What they will do in the court, they will take a date for them to appoint the lawyer. After appointing the lawyer, the case will start, initiate. So what will happen normally in industrial court? A common practice in industrial court is settlement. You don't go for trial because there's no much issue. The only issue will be after you resign, you wanted a damages. Industrial court is for monetary claim. Let's say you want an apology from the management for bullying. They have for the conduct of bullying that affected you. Then you have to go to the civil court, file a claim against your employer. Your relief would be you want an apology from them beside the damages. Because industrial court only claiming back the damages for their conduct which has caused you to resign. Okay, how about criminal? If you want to take a legal action under criminal proceeding, it falls under section 509 of the Penal Code of Malaysia, where it states that any persons who insult the modesty of any woman by word, through sound, gesture, or exhibits any object intentionally shall be punished for a term which may be extended to 5 years and or be fined or both. Okay, this particular section basically of any woman, but at the same time the definition now it been defining to men as well. That means either you're man or woman, you still can make a complaint to charge your management under section 509 of Penal Code in the court. So how does this work? Let me explain. Under criminal proceeding,